What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you what news might be the catalyst for this asset for upcoming weeks and months, and what should you pay your attention to in order to know more about the actions behind the scenes of Mullen Automotive. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video just several days ago, I think somewhere at this point, and my main assumption was that this asset most likely should break the all-time low for its price action by the end of this week. And today is Thursday, and yesterday on aftermarket session it broke it to the downside. And for me it is not so unusual, because in general, if you take a closer look on a bigger picture of its price action, you can see that this asset is in consistent downtrend, and even this year alone, this asset lost about more than 99% of its value. And I have to say that this company made two reverse stock split, and the price for now broke the $1 mark, the crucial point for the Nasdaq listing rules. And because of these two reverse stock splits, if you divide the current price of 89 cents by 9 of the second reverse stock split and by 25 of the first reverse stock split, you will have the actual price of this stock at the range of about $0.0036. So it doesn't worth even a penny to this moment, and a lot of people made their purchases far above the current range, and unfortunately they are all deeply in red. And that is why I still stand on my position that fundamentally this asset doesn't worth your attention, and you shouldn't buy this stock by any means. I have to say that I don't have any positions on Mullen. I don't long it, I don't short it, and I've never had this position on this asset. My main goal is to preserve people's capital, and guys, do not try to find some hidden sense in my videos. I don't make these videos for a living. I earn a lot on trading. You can watch my videos with more technical analysis, and you can see that I can afford it. But I want to preserve the people's money in order to just help them, because a lot of YouTubers, unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers try to shield this type of stocks. I don't know why do they do it. So, and let's continue with the news. I have to say that Mullen Automotive recently announced two news. First of all, they published their earnings report on August 14th, and just yesterday they announced the debut of the ultra high performance FiveRS demonstrator. And let's take a look on this news one by one. First of all, about their earnings report. They, as you can see, they made a revenue of $308,000 with a cost of sales of $248,669,000 with a gross margin of $59.331. And on the one hand, it is quite good information that for the first time they received some revenue. But let me show you this. Smitty accountant made this post 2 days ago, and she wrote, cost of goods sold is a bunch of BS. Mullen is starting to get predictable. I should bet money on this. They are miraculously showing a gross profit of $59.3 thousand on the sale of 22 vehicles. And in this article you can find that this report basically is a cooked report, because David Mishuri made a lot of mistakes, and he basically made a lot of misleading information. And the real cost of goods for these vans is right here, around $600,000 plus Mullen additional costs. So why it is so important for a company to show this number in details? Because one of the major indicators of its potential is the gross margin. And the gross margin with this huge cost of goods is definitely negative. And it doesn't make sense to sell any vehicles at all if they don't have any margin in these vehicles. That is why it is another red flag regarding this company, on top of the previous ones. And I have to say that I didn't cover this news yet, but David Michery and board of directors made some changes in the control agreements. And as you can see, on Friday, the board voted to award themselves each $5 million for a change in control. And this is basically their exit strategy from the board of directors and from the shareholders, potentially from the shareholders of this company. And this is quite a good so-called remuneration for their so-called work, because it is nothing more than just another huge amount of money that should be put out from the investors' pockets, basically from your pockets to the pocket of the board of directors. And I have to say that Kyle from Financial Journey, he made an assumption that it is nothing else but a poison pillow in order to prevent an acquisition of the company by buying the huge amount of its shares. It is not the case of Mullen, definitely. It is the exit strategy of the board of directors. On top of that, let me remind you that David Michery alone received more than $150 million from September of 2019. And this information you can also find in the Reddit thread related to Mullen Automotive. On top of that, they have 52 million shares right now on hands. I mean, board of directors have this number of shares. And with the price of slightly below $1 mark, they can pull out about $50 million more out of your retail community pockets. And this is a really huge scheme of robbing the retail community. On top of that, let me show you that if you take a look right here, they have a shares float of 180 million. This means the number of shares before the reverse stock split, the latest reverse stock split, was about 1.625 billion shares. And in their official documents at the end of June, they showed only 625 million shares. This means they diluted existing shareholders from the end of June till present day, basically in a matter of just 1.5 months, for more than 1 billion shares. And this is right after David Michery said that it will not perform any actions to dilute the existing shareholders, at least for quite some time. And he lied to you. So, and I have to say that there is a lot of red flags, but let me show you some good news. And it is really good news because I like vehicles very much, and for me it is very important to see that they have at least something. And this is their top-notch model, MULN FiveRS. But I have to say that based on this information, I think they just made it out of the existing vehicle. And for now, we have on the market just several vehicles that has quite similar architecture. Two of them is Tesla Plaid and Lucid Air. But with the two-speed gearbox, we have only one model of Volkswagen. It is a Porsche Taycan, or Audi, the same exact model on the same platform. And I think they spent, let me show you right here, they spent $22 million this year in order to build this prototype out of the Volkswagen's vehicle. And that is how they have this vehicle on their, potentially they will show you this vehicle in a matter of just next several days, because they're striking a different tour. Will be on August the 20th. Will begin on August the 20th in Austin, Texas. So I have to say that from the fundamental standpoint, it is the worst company that you can even imagine. That is why I highly suggest you not to enter any long position with this asset, and basically not to do anything with it. But definitely it's up to you. The final decision is up to you, but you have to know the truth, and the truth is not so good for the people who invested in this stock. They lost basically all of their money. That is why just subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and hit the like button, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a